Well, we are Oscar and Angela Soto. We interviewed a number of contractors prior to choosing Sky. And so really it was luck of the draw. It was just a very good fit for what we wanted to do, our vision for the home, and just our interpersonal time with Jeff, frankly, that sold us on Sky. The main factor for me, because Jeff and I and your team were the main people that interacted on developing this plan for this house, for me it was the transparency of being able to have someone, anytime I had to reach out, had a question. The daily logs that we got were crucial to being able to develop the concept for this house from Fort Lauderdale and feel comfortable in the choices that we made. Jeff was with me 100% of the time with just bringing out design concepts. He had access to trades that allowed things like my beautiful staircase, if you ever. So for us, and for me in particular, because I was more on the front line, it was the transparency, being able to go online, see my house every single day. You guys updated us on a daily basis. It's just been, it's never easy to build a house, but this was doable for us. This, you guys, your team, your transparency made it doable for us.
Our interaction with Sky was very positive. I'd ask questions about things like, the different roofing materials, the different ways to build something, the components, the products, and Jeff and I, or Jeff and one of his project managers would discuss it, and we would end up with the best product. So I was very happy. Obviously, using the Builders Trend website as your portal for all the information sharing makes it easier to build from far away than it otherwise would have been. So, very positive experience. Listen, it comes down to you're going to have issues building, a brand new house on a mountainside, that's difficult to get to for contractors, subcontractors, and other folks. The travel time can be, 30 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on where the materials or the labor is coming from. So you're going to have issues, you're going to have problems. The thing that I can say very positively about Sky is that when we had issues, we brought them to the forefront. We discussed them. Everybody was reasonable. You have to understand, the time that you're building and where you're building to get through this in a way that gets you to your final product that you're expecting.
You guys were ahead of us, which in my experience is somewhat unique, especially building a custom home from a remote area like Fort Lauderdale. Every detail to Jeff mattered, every single detail. The unique custom-built staircase saved us a lot of money, because if we did floating, it would have been X. He created a unique staircase for similar costs to what would not be a unique, So the radius corner on this balcony is perfect. The trades were just top notch. And if there was an issue, it was immediately addressed. So again, I think that for me, having the comfort level from Fort Lauderdale to know that, and it's truly a custom house. Granted, we have maybe a general plan in the Bitterroot, but everything in this house is all custom. It's all detailed.
I thought the project moved, like every other mountain house, it had its issues with the site itself and the need to, remove, granite from the mountain to get down into, to build the basement. But we worked through everything. Listen, a contractor who's willing to talk to you and listen to you, whether he agrees or she agrees with you or disagrees. The process was, putting aside the money, was painless in the scheme of things. It takes 2 years to build a house up here. You've got to understand that. This house, like many of the houses, has custom components, things that took a lot of, footwork. I think the standout features here beyond, the view and, the layout, and everybody has their own, experience, is that we made some decisions along the way that were more expensive in the short term, but in the long term were better for us. We have the TimberTech deck throughout the outside of the house. I don't ever have to worry about sanding, scraping, staining.
And that was Jeff giving us an option. Like, there were options that we didn't even know were available that he would say, think about that. So just having that hands-on.
And so, we visited, like everyone in this mountain or any community like this, you visit houses that are being constructed, sometimes with or without permission. And you get to see what other people are doing, and you have discussions. Mm-hmm. And Sky House was always open to those kind of discussions. And we went through them and we made decisions. So we're very happy with this steel railing system. We have the inside steel banisters. They're modern looking. They're a little different deviation from your typical mountain house that is wood or antlers and that sort of thing. But there's a number of things like that that we chose, but they're available to anybody.
But Jeff was a part of every decision. See, that's very helpful because we're not aware of what is an option up here. And the quality of the trades, coming back to that, and the detail orientation that Jeff has for things like little things, the staircase, the floor molding. It's not common to have a contractor, in my experience, care that much about inches. And he loves what he does, so all of the ideas to go but more contemporary in terms of railing and how to get the posts without having a shoe, so it's a very clean line. All of these are things he brought to our attention. So it's clear he loves what he does and he's good at it. So to me, that's the difference.
I don't think our experience could have been any better. There are things that come up in a job and you have to deal with them. We have background in the construction industry, not as contractors, but a lot of background in it. And I would rate Jeff Pell and his team, as close to a 10 as you can get without being absolutely perfect.
10. Just do it. I've often said that in public. I've said, just go with Sky.
Assuming you can work out the schedule and the money, you won't be sorry.
Think about it. We built this house in just under 2 years during COVID with excellent subs, a tremendous end product. And by the way, this was a fluid project.
Jeff never says no. He will try to talk you out of something if he thinks that there's a better option. But listen, I give the company my full endorsement.
We feel fortunate that you took us on.